It is season 3 of the hot seat here in Sage's stream. And if you didn't know, we are now having a very, very, very fun guest on our show today. This is Taco Shooter. Everyone, please put the hype in the chat. Or if you're watching and following along, put your hands together for your guy, Taco Shooter. Your fan is incredible. We're happy to have you on and showcase who you are. Welcome to the show, Hot Seat. How are you doing today?
I am absolutely fantastic. If I was any better, there'd be 11 of me.
Oh my goodness, Oof. You're hilarious. Now, you're coming onto the show.
Need a drink.
You need a drink? You want to? Do you need to step away?
I thought you had cocktails here.
There are cocktails. The cocktail waitress is still coming. She's not there yet. Oh. She's not there yet. It's you know, she's a little late, okay? She's a little late. She's not quite what she used to be, okay?
Ooh.
She used to be there all the time, and now she's like, how many times are you gonna ask me to send cocktails to your guests? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's one right there. There's one right there. There's Shooter's Gonna Shoot is in the chat there. Now, there's your cocktails if you need it. Taco, we're really happy to have you on. We really like your streams. You're a very positive environment. You're a very happy person, and you love to have a good time. We love watching what you do in collaborations with other guests on your channel, and we also love to watch the humor that you bring that is probably so left field and so right field that we don't even know where the middle is. And my goodness, if a taco wasn't spicy, we would just call it, well, I don't know. Meat sauce. I don't know. Salsa. Who knows? I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but we're just going with it. I'm just going off the top of my head. So
call me meat sauce.
Call you meat sauce. Okay, so this is perfect. This is what we came here for. So let's start out with a couple things here. We're going to get started in the hot seat. You are warmed up. How are you feeling about these questions? Are you ready? Can you withstand this?
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm honored to be here. I was a little nervous, but now well, as soon as my drink gets here, I'll be a little bit better.
Yeah. Let me buzzer in.
Yeah,
let me buzzer in. Well, don't worry. She isn't even breathing. Waitress is coming. She isn't even breathing hard. Oh my God, that's so great. So we are going to have a lot of fun today, guys. And Taco Shooter's in the hot seat. And let's just get it started. Are you guys ready for the hot seat? Because I think he's ready. And don't be nervous. Have fun. We're gonna play a couple games after this. And we're going to make you feel just right at home in front of your non-working fireplace. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the hot seat.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the hot seat and Taco is here. Get your hot sauce because we don't even know if this is hot, mild, or on volcano. We don't even know if it's volcano. So we have a couple things here we want to ask you, my guy, and welcome to the seat. The seat has been charred up, it's been cooled down, it's been all different levels. So let's see where we can get you. So let's start out at Let's start out at the bottom of the hill here, and I'm going to throw you a question here, completely left field. And I just want to know the first question to this: does pineapple belong on pizza?
I lost your question.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Hell no.
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 Why not?
No. What kind of blasphemy is this? Pineapple does not go on a pizza. I have been waiting. I've been watching this show for 3 months now. And every time somebody says, yes, it goes on pizza, I just want to be like, no, it doesn't. You are a liar. You are a liar. Do not lie to these people. Pineapple does not go on pizza.
What is your choice? Okay, so what is your choice of what is your choice of meat, man? What is your choice of meat on a pizza?
Pepperoni. I'm just a pepperoni guy.
You're just pepperoni?
I'm pretty plain and simple. I like pepperoni. I mean, you can throw bacon on it. Like there's other stuff that you can put out there, but a good pepperoni pizza is all I'm looking for. But you know what's not going to go on it? Pineapple.
just all the things except for one thing. Give me all the garlic, but no pineapple. All right.
Yeah.
Not unless you're still. Yeah, right. Okay, so now that we've gotten that, let me ask you a question. If you were to pick out of the three, you have pizza, hot dog, or hamburger, what would you pick?
Pizza.
Pizza. That's the best of the three. And in order, what would you choose?
You said pizza, hot dog, and hamburger?
Yeah.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
And then hot dog.
All right.
I like a hot dog, but like, does anybody really know what a hot dog is? I mean, aside from delicious, like, hot dog's super, super tasty under right circumstances, but it's a little sus, right? It's a little sus.
It's a little sus. Oh man, this is true. This is very true. Now let's talk a little bit about your coming around here. Your name is Taco Shooter. We've gotten to know you through so many different ways. So let's start at the bottom here. How did you get your username or your gamer handle, Taco Shooter?
So I started using Taco Shooter as an IGN in 2010, 2011. I was playing a game called Heroes of Dragon Age. And so my name is Jeff, and I always use Jeff as my IGN.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, in this particular game, it's called Heroes of Dragon Age. I was one of the top players in the world for a long period of time.
Awesome.
And along comes another guy named Jeff, and so there's like two Jeffs. And I'm like, this is some BS. Like, I was here first. So, like, screw it. I'm not going to be mistaken for this other Jeff. And so I started trying to come up with a name, and everything was getting banned that I was submitting. Obviously, they were slightly inappropriate names. And so so I came up with Taco Shooter. I don't know.
So out of nowhere, you're just like Taco Shooter? I mean, there was nothing to it?
Nah, yeah. I mean, it was just,
wow.
It was very, very fast. I was like, I love tacos, Taco Shooter.
All right. So it was literally just a bunch of tacos shot right at you. You're like, you know what? This actually fits. Taco Shooter.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So random. Very random.
Well, the strangest part was, I guess I should have, hindsight being what it is. So we didn't use Line or Discord or anything like that for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And so when I finally get on to Line and Discord and all these other chats, everybody was like, I would have bet anything you were Hispanic. And I'm like, no, I'm like pasty white, like see-through guppy white. You can see my organs if I take my shirt off.
Oh my gosh. That you are okay, that's great. That's hilarious. That is too funny. Now you're you're playing Marvel Strike Force. You're streaming Marvel Strike Force now. You've gotten a lot of people know who you are now, and you've actually put yourself in a good position where people are starting to come around your stream, understanding who you are and things like that. So let me ask you, what was the moment in streaming that made you say, I got this? Or are you still not there yet?
So like the only difference between how I'm streaming day one versus how I'm streaming today is, at least in my eyes, is more people know who I am. Like I'm very interactive with chat, and like that's what drew me into streaming to begin with. You know, like that want to sort of interact with people in a time where interacting is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I'm sure I've gotten much more comfortable with the camera, but I've got very little shame. Never have. Never will.
Hence the fan.
So I think that's like the big difference. Like I don't know that I necessarily got it. Like I don't put myself in the same category as like as Goofy, as Reminex, as Tony Scungili. Like these you know, walk through the game streamers that really help you develop everything, and they make all these videos. Like I'm here to have a good time, to interact with people, to give people just a few laughs. If I can make one person laugh, then I'm pretty happy with how my day's gone, and I look at that as a success.
That's awesome. I like that. Now, your level of confidence has got you pretty strong in this game. You're pretty well down in Marvel Strike Force right now. Are you currently playing any other games?
Mobile games? No.
Are you currently playing any like games outside of this that you're like interested in playing?
So I'm a big sport gamer. I play NBA 2K, Madden, pretty religiously.
That's awesome.
I don't stream those because, quite frankly, I'm not real big on the interwebs. And
interwebs.
and I don't know how to set all that up. So it's on my PS4, and I don't know what to do with that. I just play them, and I enjoy playing them. I play by myself. I play with other people. That's probably going to get clipped. It is what it is.
It wouldn't have gotten clipped if you didn't say anything. Now you're in for it. You're hilarious. Now, you're playing all these games. You've got a couple hobbies. You've done a couple things that you're interested in. Now, one thing that a lot of people are interested right now is doing cosplays, hot tub streams, body painting. Are you interested in doing maybe a cosplay, and what would you want to do?
Well, so I've done a little bit of cosplay on here. I've dressed up as Robin. I've dressed up in my onesie as Batman. I've got a lot of onesies, by the way. So y'all haven't seen the last onesie on a taco yet.
We're in for one.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna do a hot tub stream. Like, it's gonna happen. It's absolutely gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
It is. Oh yeah.
Now,
like right now the plan is me, Goofy, and Reminex. Like, we're gonna need a new filter with all that hair, but it'll be down and dirty. All three of us in taco kinis. Why are you laughing?
Because I love it. I love it. Now, the taco kini is a big deal. The taco kini is where I wanted to go with this question. Okay. Do you have the taco kini? And if not, is it going to be custom?
The taco kini is available in my merch store. It is a real thing. Which that by itself is one of the things that I find absolutely amazing. Like, when I started doing this, I never thought I would have a merch store.
Right.
Like, that was the last of my concerns. Like, I'm not doing this to make money selling t-shirts, but I was real fortunate that the guy who designed my little taco shooter logo, I described what I wanted, and he made it come to life. And I just thought it was the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I wanted to put it on a t-shirt.
That's great.
And so if anybody wants it, they can have it.
Do you wear your own merch?
Yeah.
You should. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so now we're going to go into some of the other questions, maybe a little bit tougher. And we're also going to talk a little bit about...
I lost you.
Oh.
I lost you for a second.
So we're going to go and talk about some questions, or get some questions that are going to be a little harder. So the hot seat's going to be turned up a little bit here. And we're going to go talk also a little bit about small taco, like the street taco. We're not going to talk about regular taco. We're just talking about street taco. So street taco, you know, he's going to be... We wanted to learn about street tacos because we only know so much, you know. Now...
Did you just paint me as a druggie? Is that what you said?
Close. Close. So we're going to go and we're going to talk about your first question. Not your first question, but your fifth question. And we're going to talk about Scopely's attitude towards them and the constant bugs and the spending. And I know it's a loaded question. It's very heavy for right now because there's a lot going on. And at the same time, there's not. It can also be very simple. So, starting from the top, how do you feel and what is your attitude towards Scopely?
So my attitude towards Scopely is they either need to create a quality assurance department and get some quality control, or they need to fire everyone that they have at said department and hire a bunch of interns. Because it's I'm not salty about this game. Like there's a lot of folks, there's a lot of salt on Twitch, there's a lot of salt on Reddit. There's a lot of folks that are upset with the direction the game's going. I'm not. I love the game. I love RTA. Maybe I know that's an unpopular opinion in some circles. I love RTA. Now, I get that RTA is not for all gameplay levels. Like I think it should be like either leagued or tiered out to an extent.
Okay.
Because it's definitely not fair for a 2 mil player to go against Taco. Like
right.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just not. It's not.
You know, so but the game mode itself I love. And like I'm constantly trying to create smaller teams that I can find to punch up. So I really, really enjoy that type of theory crafting and trying. I like that, you know, some characters are kicked out of the game for a week. And they've got way too many kicked out right now. But that's, you know, that's different, right?
Yeah.
I hate Blitz. I'm not. We've got so many people that love to do blitzing. That's not my thing. I look at this type of game, and this type of game offers opportunity in a bunch of different areas. They've got arena, they've got campaigns, they've got raids, they've got blitz, they've got RTA, they've got dark dimension. So they've got all of these different modes that are not necessarily all made for the same people.
Yeah.
Right. So I love the game. I love the direction that it's going. I really couldn't be happier playing this. And then the community by itself is just so gracious and supportive and understanding. And I don't know. I'm a happy taco. I'm a happy taco.
Happy taco there. Now we got to get this hot take because you said a couple things here. So you're on the side of RTA versus the side of Blitz. What makes RTA for you as a larger 12 million TCP better than the, you know, level 65 or level 80 TCP player that's between like 7 and 9 or whatever it is? You know, like what makes you like RTA more than that player as they've just opened that game mode to unlock?
So first and foremost, as far as RTA goes, like you have a very vocal.
Hang on, guys. Hang on.
What just happened?
I don't know. Dropped out. It's all good. Hang on, let me pop you back in.
Okay.
I don't know. That was hilarious. Let's
I'm
pop
like,
you
I
back.
broke it.
You broke it. All right, let's pop in. There he is. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry, guys. Don't know what happened there.
He's like, I will not have any more of this RTA worshiping. Get off my channel.
Oh my goodness.
No, like, so as far as like RTA goes, like, I think you've got, so when it comes to the negativity that people see in Twitch, on some channels, right? Not all, on some channels, the negativity that people see on Reddit, that voice is always going to be amplified to be much greater than what it actually is. Think about this. Think about, I use this as an example in other ways, but you look at McDonald's. When was the last time you sent in a compliment about the food that you got at McDonald's? You don't. It's cheap food. It was good food. You move on.
That's true.
However, if your food is screwed up, you're quick to go on Yelp. You're quick to tweet how horrible it was. You're quick to go on Reddit and say that you hate it. You're quick to do all of these things. Now, look at the amount of times you go to McDonald's or any restaurant. It can be any fast food restaurant. And how often have you sent in some type of compliment for that food or for that restaurant or for that business versus how often have you sent in a complaint? You've eaten there millions of times. You've submitted 2 compliments and 1,000 negative responses.
Yeah.
But a million times 1,000 negative responses is still a pretty low number, right?
Yeah, that's
So,
actually true.
do that many people hate RTA? I don't know. I don't necessarily think that many people do. I have tons of people in my stream, and that I see in other streams that say that they like RTA. So just because there's a louder voice than Taco doesn't make it true. I mean, it doesn't make it false either.
Right.
But ultimately, we've got incomplete data, and so
Okay.
that's
I
my
like
thought.
it. I like that. That's very well worded. Now, with all that, you are a 12.6 TCP at 780,000 strongest STP. You're known as a whale, or do we label you as a kraken? How do we actually, and can we formally say that you are one of those? And where would you put yourself?
I'm probably, I feel like I'm more of a whale.
Okay.
I definitely lean Kraken at times. But and like how I started playing the game versus how I'm currently playing the game are also 2 very, very different questions. So like, I've had a massive growth in the last 6-7 months.
Right.
Massive growth. So during the last 6-7 months, I probably have been more towards that Kraken side, but I'm not full bore Kraken. I don't just buy everything. That's crazy talk.
You have rules. You have rules, like every superhero does, right?
Not really. If I look at it and I'm like, that's not pretty, I don't buy it.
Let me ask you, how much money have you spent on this game so far? If you say you are a whale.
So we are. So no idea. All right. So I watch your show, so I knew that this question would come up. So what I did,
I'm ready.
So what I did is I look back to the beginning of the year, and I'm sitting right around 5K.
Okay.
Since the beginning of January.
Okay. So that's what we're in. That's a little under about 1,000 a month. A little under about 1,000 a month. Now, because we're approaching May, so you're looking at that 5-month period there. Now, when you are, trying to get a character or trying to get anything, gear or anything from the store, what is something that you are particularly not going to buy? Because as a whale, you have to have rules of, like, if you're saying that you're not going to buy something, I mean, you have to say, okay, I'm not going to buy this such and such because this doesn't do me any good. Because you're so far at the end of the end game or at that level cap. Where do you put yourself?
Honestly, I do Mobile Gamer's got his offer review, right? So
Right.
he goes through his offer review and he puts his dollar amount on orbs and things of that nature. And I think everyone has a similar mindset when they're looking at those offers. If you're someone who does offers, right?
Right.
So there's definitely offers that I value some higher than others. Now there's also horrible offers. Like the typical 50 character shard $30 offer that they run twice a week for some random character that's going to be featured somehow.
Right.
Those are things that I typically stay away from. The new character offers are when I probably spend the most. So it's what's
the one that you're just like, I'm not buying this trash, like the one that you're absolutely not buying, and even if it's cheap, like let's say if it's like a $10 offer, like you're just like, nope, not buying it, even as a whale.
So I mean, like so those raid packs, previously that was an absolute no-go. Now that I'm currently doing the Doom raids, that's something that I do from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the hidden offers are just stupid. I also don't do any of the purple gear offers. I typically don't even do any of the orange gear offers. Those gear offers are just, it's really rare that I find them exceptional.
Yeah. Okay. Let's how's your seat right now? It's a little warm.
I'm feeling extra moist.
Good. Because my next question to you is, what's the worst advice you've ever given to someone as a whale in this game? You're like, hey, I want to do this. What's the worst advice you've given someone that you're like, I regret that?
Honestly, I really haven't been streaming long enough. I think the worst advice I've ever given in the game. So I think the worst advice that I've ever given in general is at one point, I was in sales for a long time, and I was selling cars, and I used to sell new Suzukis, and I told people they were just as good,
Okay.
And that was not good advice. Fun fact, they're not that good. But as far as the game goes, I honestly, I'm sure I have given somebody bad advice. I can't think of any. I haven't been streaming long enough. I haven't gone through the, and invest in Miss Marvel. She's going to be super. Like, that was way before my time.
Right. Now, okay. So let's simplify this question.
Yeah, go follow Rich on shit. That's fair.
This poor guy's getting poor guy.
JK,
Oh my
JK,
God.
please follow
This is
Rich
so
on
good.
shit.
Worst advice that you've ever given to someone doesn't have to be so hard. At the same time, it is, because it can come at any point. Now, let's try something else. Let's try something else, because maybe that was a little bit too ahead of your time. So let's figure out something else in place of that, and that might be, what is the worst character that you've bought that's not a minion? Worst character on your roster that's not a minion that you've bought, that you're like, this was an absolute waste of my money.
I don't feel like any of them have been a waste of money.
Wow.
I have bought characters that other people feel is a waste of money. I have a heavily invested in Karnak, as was showcased on Goofy's channel.
Yes.
But I like him.
You're like, yay.
And, the joke's going to be on you when Medusa comes out and Inhumans get another rework.
Note to self, for sure. I like that. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Let's go back and let's get into a couple things here. We're gonna get into some heavier questions for the younger self of yours, and this is gonna be a question that I really hope that that it's gonna be a great question, and I really want to know about Street Taco, Young Taco. And Young Taco has, grown up. He understands where Street Taco's been. But Street Taco, when he was growing up, didn't know where he was going. And he had to learn a lot through his journey. So, what was the age that you were first kissed?
10.
10. And how did that
10,
go? And how did that go?
Pretty sure.
How did that go?
Might have been 11. It was 6th grade. It was at Land Between the Lakes. It was like everybody go in the 6th grade. You always go to Land Between the Lakes with like your entire class.
Okay.
And I was dating this girl, and we had like everybody that had a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, went out in the middle of the night to meet up, and they were like, and it was 6th grade, so everybody's like, we're gonna have an orgy. Like, what is an orgy? Well, y'all have been together the longest, so y'all kiss.
Oh my gosh,
that was my first kiss.
Did it have any meaning to you, or you were just like, this is kind of like funny and awkward at the same time?
Well, I mean, so to be standing there with in the 6th grade with 30 of your classmates watching you kiss a girl, like staring at you intently while this happens. It was awkward, awkward. That may be where I lost my stage fright. Like that moment right there, like on the spot.
Now,
like,
when was...
Never be embarrassed again.
Now, everything has changed. And how did you realize that wasn't it? And what was the kiss that made you realize this was meaningful?
Lord, I don't know. I mean, so I think in like high school, I mean, maybe still in middle school. Like, it may have been that trip. I realized, well, that didn't work.
You're like, oops, wait, hang on a second, wrong person.
Yeah. Turns out.
Boys
are better. But yeah, no, I don't know. So my partner and I, like, we've been together for so long. So it's 16 going on 17 years.
Wow.
And I'll be like, yeah, I definitely don't remember a first kiss. That was a long fucking... Oh, pardon my language. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to beep that. It was a long time ago.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is This will okay. So your first real kiss happened, and you're having a lot of an awakening, right? In a way, you're kind of like, how did would you mind telling the story of how you understood who you are to today?
So I noticed, like I said, so in middle school is when I started noticing that I thought girls were pretty, but I didn't necessarily find them attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found myself attracted to boys, but being gay is bad. Like, it's
Right.
wrong. It's not. You're not supposed to be that way. That's not natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of these things that you, especially in the South,
Right.
with all the gay jokes and gay bashing and whatnot that goes on there.
Yeah.
And so I actively tried not to be.
Mm-hmm.
I dated girls all through middle school, high school, college. I did not come out of the closet till I was 30.
Oh,
now,
wow.
keep in mind, I'm 40,
Uh-huh.
and I've been with my partner for
16 years.
So we were together for 6 years while I was in the closet.
Uh-huh.
And it just, I was so paranoid about what people would say
Yeah.
and what people would think of me.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, like, I don't want to be known for who I am because of who I'm with,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's not what I think anyone should be judged off of. Like, you should be judged off of your quality of character,
Mm-hmm.
not who you're attracted to, who you want to be with, who you need to be with.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't.
But that definitely played a role in keeping me from coming out. And then silly stuff, like I was afraid I would lose friends, and that I would be disowned by my family and that kind of stuff. And so it was tough. And then I did it, and it wasn't tough anymore.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
It was all for naught.
Yeah.
I would have been so much happier if I would have come out when I was like 16.
I mean, we
so much missed opportunity there.
Oh my gosh, you're like, oh man. Honestly, that's amazing for opening up for that, and it's very hard for people to understand where other people can come from, and especially now, going really back really quick, I want to just tie this all together, because you were talking about growing up in Nashville, you were talking, or not Nashville, in Tennessee, and you were saying like it was a very like open and welcoming community or town in a way, more than the others, or was that opposite? Were they more, or was it like when that all happened?
More diverse doesn't mean more opening and welcome.
Okay, I wasn't sure where we were going with that. Okay.
So being in a military town, you've got the military is a very, very diverse community that's intertwined, right? So,
right.
Your neighbor is who your neighbor is. Your bunkmate is who your bunkmate is when on living on these military bases, and even that carries out into the real world. You don't go around looking for the the white neighborhood and the black neighborhood, and like you go, I like this house, I want to rent this house, and you rent that house,
right?
And your neighbors are who your neighbors are. So it was very diverse. I was very fortunate to be raised in a lower middle class community where I had Hispanic neighbors and black neighbors and Asian neighbors, and and all the kids were sort of around the same age, that same age group, which I guess is also sort of unusual, but that sort of goes with being a military town.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of diversity there, and like, I'm born and raised in Tennessee, and I know I have an accent, but it's nowhere near as strong as many that you hear from the South, right?
Right.
And that comes from being raised in that more well-rounded group. I had people from all over the world, not just raised with a whole bunch of other country folk. So now, with that being said, the military community is also not super accepting, or at least wasn't super accepting of the gay community either. I mean, so growing up in the 80s and 90s, and then even in the 90s, Bill Clinton passed the Don't Ask, Don't Tell bill or policy or whatever it was, where you could be gay in the military, you just couldn't tell anybody that you were, and nobody could know that you were.
Right.
So that's still not open and accepting, right?
Yeah, it's not.
And so it's just like the acceptance of this community, of the LGBTQ community, really happened in the late 2000s, early 2010s. There was just this mass acceptance.
Yeah.
Huge anti-bullying campaigns and things of that nature that sort of flipped that around very quick. And now everybody wants a gay best friend. And
well, like,
I ain't got time for that. Y'all gotta go home.
now let's that was really funny. Now, being in that situation and coming into this community, I would hope, and I would assume that everyone's been very, very happy with you in general, which I can tell that they are. And you're now gay best friend, or you're the gay best friend to Rich on Ships in a way. And so where do you don't have to put yourself out there by saying, hey, I'm gay and this and that, which is amazing. And at the same time, you want to make sure that, hey guys, like, you want to be the person that will be the strong arm to help people up in acceptance. Doesn't matter what community it is, right? Because that's important to you, and you want to make sure that everybody in the community is having fun and doing the things that they want to do and be accepted for whatever and however they are. And for you, do you feel like this is like not your mission, but like your personal, yes, I can do that if I need to?
100%. It's so like I said, like that I don't want to ever be defined by me being part of the LGBTQ community. But at the same time, when I started streaming and I was looking at the community as a whole, I just felt that it wasn't necessarily greatly represented. And there's a huge population within the Marvel community that falls into some form of diversity, right? Like there's, whether they're LGBTQ, Hispanic, Black, Asian, whatever, like everyone is represented in this community. And I felt it was important that if I'm going to be a streamer, I should also be part of that. And so I do everything in my power to make everyone feel as welcome as they possibly can be. We're sitting here, we make fun of Rich a lot on stream,
right?
But it ain't just Rich. We make fun of Burrito. We make fun of Master Revan, Wonderful D, Midnight Toker, Jay Slide, everybody. Snitchel. Absolutely everybody that's in that community every single day. Gizmo and everybody else. From day one, we all make fun of one another. We laugh, but it's never like, we never go for the throat. Like it's never. Laughing, go kill yourself. Like,
right.
No, like,
yeah.
There's a level of respect and and satire that goes with everything. But it's all love, it's all love, it's all appreciation. And I think that's important. That's important to have those moments with people, but it's also important to make sure that everyone is comfortable. So there's a level that I don't feel like any of us ever quite take it to. That is now you're getting to where you're just sort of you're messing with people's hearts and their minds, and that's not okay. That's not okay.
That's right, man. Dude, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's awesome, man. That's really, really, really awesome. I appreciate what you just said there. That's a lot. It's important for those things, even if it's not the forefront of what you're doing. Now, let's get out of this. Let's bring it down. Let's get to some taco happy things. There's one question that I'm going to ask, and I have two questions that we're going to ask that were, a little bit more about, whatever the game and such. So, now the first thing is that we're going to go and we're going to talk about is one Infinity Stone in a fight or everyday use. What would you use?
The Soul Stone.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is juicy. This is the sauce.
Yeah, well, I mean, so like the Soul Stone is you can truly change someone, right? Like you can make them a better person, you can make them a worse person, you can kill them, you can give them life. Like the Soul Stone is the truest stone of them all, at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It takes great sacrifice to get it, but with it, you can change the universe.
Wow, Taco's getting real deep with the meat here, man. Wow. Dude, you just went from wow, give you a wizard hat. You are quite wise there, my friend. That's
My
awesome,
bad.
dude.
So what I had meant to say is the Power Stone, so that I can punch you in the face and I can go pew pew pew.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness, that's great. That is too good. All right. Now we have two other things we have two other things here that we're gonna ask. Favorite Marvel character, storyline, or movie? I think we already talked about character, so let's talk about movie in general, like MCU. What movie is your favorite?
So Magneto's my favorite character.
Right.
How did that get slid in so early? Anyway,
that's what she said.
I'm like, wow, we're backtracking.
Yeah.
My favorite movie is Endgame. Like it was the culmination of what we all waited for.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Like the last, that's like what, like a 3-hour movie, and I feel like the last 2.5 hours I cried nonstop.
Yeah.
Mostly joy. Like
yeah.
Like that moment that all of a sudden you realize that Captain America has the hammer. Like that's when the crying started.
Yep.
And then the entire fight scene was just tears of joy. All the way through the end to Iron Man dying. By the time you get to the funeral, like I got no tears left. We're moving on.
Right.
Like just I need to get some Gatorade or something because I'm struggling over here.
Yeah.
As far as my favorite Marvel storyline, comic book wise, my favorite one is Civil War. I adored the Civil War comic series. Captain America Civil War was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
However, I feel like it didn't necessarily do the story justice.
Right.
I feel like it could have been so much more. Like they did a good job condensing it into one movie. They did a good job not having mutants.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to see that with mutants, full bore. it is a really awesome series.
Yeah, it really is a really awesome series. And one of the best parts about it is there, even the adapted version is like crazy because you're like, how did they come up with this? And at the same time, you're like, wow, like this wasn't terrible, right? And then I wanted to ask really quickly, what was it? Oh, that's what it was. Last question on the hot seat. Are you ready? When was the last time you lied?
Exactly at what time did I say I was glad to be here? No, I'm a horrible liar.
No, that's good. That's good.
I honestly, I don't remember the last time I lied.
That's good. That's good.
I'm like the worst liar in the world. Like you can read it all over my face that I'm just not telling the truth, and yeah. I realized that at a pretty young age. So I stopped. I'm gonna get caught.
You're like, yeah. That's great. All right, there you go, everyone. Hype in the chat for Taco being on the hot seat. He has withstood it. My goodness, even with the fan, he is trying to cool down. He season. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right, so he has withstood the hot seat, everyone. Big round of applause for Taco as he has withstood the hot seat, everyone. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now we're going to play our quick quiz game, and then we're going to get into our PvP. So let's do this really quick, and let's get on to our pieces here. So we're going to get this timer down, and give me a number.
10.
10?
Oh.
No, number
Sorry,
one. Oh, number. Well, a number between. He knows kind of. Yeah. Taco knows how to cool down when heated. I know, right? Let's go to the questions for our quick game. Since I didn't think of anything in the meantime, so 1 through 30, 1 through 40. Let's pick a number. 1 through 40.
26.
26. Wait, where'd it go? There we go. 26. You have chosen. Ooh. You have chosen, my friend. Oh, we already did that one before. You picked Daredevil. You picked Daredevil. Give me another number. Another number.
31.
31. 31. Okay.
The correct number is not available.
The correct number is not available. Yeah, we already did Daredevil on somebody else's quiz, so I want to get.
No, I mean like in general. Like, we should have a chance to get 69 just for future.
We can pick up number 69 if you want. No, there is only 30. There's only 40 questions. But yes, what's the 69? Half of that is what? 30 something. So yeah, it doesn't really quite work. All right, this is a character you picked for the DC universe. Okay, so this is the first person you picked for the DC universe, and you have picked Raven. You know who Raven is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get this going, so we are going to see if you know the powers. You have 6 correct answers that are going to be on the board. You have 2 minutes to get it. We're going to get this timer started. And here we go. Are you ready?
Hey.
Okay. 2 minutes.
Are you ready?
Not quite. But if you hear one sound, which is this.
Hold on. Am I asking the question?
I'm asking your questions to you. I'm asking questions to you.
Oh, okay. Are you guys? My time's running.
The timer's going. All right. Animal manipulation.
No.
No is correct. Bovine physiology.
Hell is a bovine? No.
That is correct. Cloning.
Cloning? No.
No. Correct. Emotional manipulation.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. Flight.
Yes.
Yes. Immortality.
No.
That is correct. The character is, remember the character for everyone coming in is Raven from the DC universe. Metal mimicry. Metal.
Quiet down, chat.
Metal mimicry.
What?
Metal mimicry.
No.
No is correct. Omniscience.
I don't know what that means. So yes.
Incorrect. Oh my goodness. Robotic physiology.
No.
Correct. Shadow manipulation.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. Sorcery. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
I didn't hit. Was there another question?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, sorcery.
Oh, I never heard that question.
Oh, sorcery. You want to go ahead and answer? We have 4 more. So sorcery, yes or no?
Yes.
Sorcery, yes. Superhuman strength.
Superhuman singing?
Superhuman strength.
No.
Telekinesis.
I don't.
Telekinesis.
I don't know if you're talking right now.
Telekinesis. Why is telekinesis?
I feel it. I don't know what you're saying.
Am I gone? Am I gone? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I can hear you.
okay, telekinesis and teleportation are her other abilities.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna move on from that. It's all good. There's no prize. There's no nothing. It's just for.
I feel like you said I've got 6 questions, and then you asked me like 87 questions.
It was 6 answers in the questions. There were 6 correct. 6 correct.
Okay.
You know, it's okay. It was my fault. It was my fault. I was not clear enough. It's all good. All right, we're going to head on into our segment here because we're going to end this segment right now in our superhuman singing. We're going to end this portion really quickly. So we're not leaving. We're not done. We're going to do PvP in just 1 second. We're doing our predictions right now. So get those in. And Taco, if you could tell everyone where they can find you.
I heard Taco, if you could tell, and then I heard nothing.
Taco, where can they find you on your channels?
So I do have a YouTube, but I'm not important enough to have a YouTube with my name right now. So it's like youtube.com/ like 93187B gorilla donkey.
Oh my goodness.
So if you go, y'all can find me on Twitch. Yeah, so there we go. Twitch.com Taco Shooter. That's me. So
perfect.
And you can find all my other stuff there. And I stream pretty much daily.
Good. All right, we're gonna end this segment here and catch us in the next segment, which is our PvP, and we're gonna see who is going to win in Season 3's opening PvP match in Sentinel Stadium. Let's go. See you there.